Good day, everyone. This class is for CDel 501. As you've noticed over the past couple of weeks, we've had challenges with internet connectivity, and it has affected our classes over time. So we are resorting to this medium in the time being, where we try to sort out the other means of having a fully interactive webinar. So today, I will be doing a recap of our last discussion, just for the purpose of the challenge we had in the course of that, after which we'll make progress in line with our course materials. Our last class, we tried to define marketing and also tried to point out the key components of the definitions. We attempted to define marketing from different authors, different scholars. We first of all looked at the American Marketing Association definition that saw marketing as a process of planning, the executing, the conception, pricing, promotion, and distribution of ideas, goods, and services to create exchange that satisfy individual and organizational goals. We also looked at the definition by Jinkota and Kotabe that looked at marketing as an organizational function and a set of processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and maintaining value streams to customers and for managing customer relationships in ways that benefit the organization and the stakeholders as well as society. There are a myriad of definitions as contained in our course material. However, at the center of this definition, we were able to pick out that there are a lot of things they have in common. One of them is that marketing is an organizational function. By being an organizational function, we mean that marketing is integral to the success of every organization, irrespective of form, irrespective of objective. It is important that every organization has a marketing unit, a marketing team. One may ask how or why. If we look at organizations, be it profit making, be it non-profit making, be it an NGO, at the end, they have something they want to sell. They have something they want people to identify with. You know, for instance, if you look at some NGOs that are interested in ensuring girl child education, that's an idea they are selling. And in that way, they need marketing to be able to sell that idea to the populace. A political party is selling a personality, selling an ideology. A manufacturing outfit could have products. A service-oriented firm has services to sell. So marketing is integral. It's a key function of every organization that is interested in succeeding in the marketplace. Secondly, we also see in this definition that marketing is a set of processes. A set of processes, meaning that it is not a one-off activity. It involves a series of activities, one following the other. It's a process. Also, we also see in this definition that it involves planning. It involves planning. We must have identified with a cliche that says that when you plan to fail, rather when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Marketing is not an exemption to the rule. So marketing activities involve very clear tactical and strategic planning. Make it work. It is in the course of planning that you understand the market, that you understand what they want, that you understand how they want it, that you understand where they want it, in what form. And also, because of planning, you understand what other competitors are doing in that market. That way you stand a better chance of winning the competitive war. Also, we see in this definition, marketing is involved in creating, in communicating, in delivering, and in maintaining value streams to customers and other stakeholders. Now, when we look at this, these are the words of Chikota and Kotabe. When we look at this and also look at the 4Ps, the elements of marketing, we identify that these are the things they are talking about. You create a product, you communicate, that's marketing, communication, or promotion. Delivery, that's about place or distribution. And then value. Anything anybody gives up money for is valuable for him. Nobody goes into the market and then pays money for something he doesn't find value in. So there must be value before people could engage in an exchange. Also, that this tells us that exchange is a part and parcel of marketing. And also, the definition also adds that there is need to maintain relationship. And it is in this relationship management that further business transactions can be held. A lot of us might have had experience where you visit a store and at the end of the interaction, you are convinced that you're not going to visit that store again because there is no relationship maintained. There's no relationship built. You know, the way they treated you, you are not happy about it. Maybe you're not happy about the product you bought. You're not happy about the services rendered or anything of that sort. Or there is need to maintain relationships. A lot of people have challenges with relationship management, maybe by their attitude, by the way they address customers. All of this has implications for marketing. And it's important as business persons, as marketers, that we understand that relationship is key. It is in maintaining relationship that organization builds survival strategies. If I have a business outlet and I get you to buy from me, maybe as a first-time customer, if I treat you well, if I sell something wonderful, a nice product, and treat you well as a customer, you are moved to come back again. You're also moved to tell people about me. That's relationship management, or relationship marketing. Now, having done justice to the definition, we'll also look at some basic concepts underlying marketing. One of them is need. Need. Marketing exists practically because there are needs to be met. If there are no needs to be met, there is no need. We don't have a need for marketing. So once there are needs to be met, marketing has a role to play. And then what are needs? We could explain needs to mean a state of felt deprivation. By that, it means a situation whereby you feel there is something you need to have that you do not have. It becomes a need. Something you need to have that you do not have. That is a need. So these needs could be, needs for physical things, for food, for clothing, for shelter. Could be needs for could be social needs, affection, friendship, for self-expression. These needs exist in different forms. And it is in the fulfillment of these needs that marketing comes in. Marketing tries to find products, find goods and services, find ideas, find opportunities, find places for destination marketers that will meet these needs. I could have a need to unwind. It is through marketing activities I could get to know some relaxation spots around town that I could go to and have fun, unwind, think less about work, think less about studies, and think less about family. That's a need for me at the time. I could have a need for food through marketing activities. I could find the best restaurant in town. I could find, the menu list and all whatnot. So that's needs, the basic concept underlying marketing. And now, after that, we look at wants. Wants. In this context, we explain want to be specified needs. When I say specified needs, I could need food, but I want rice. So it becomes specific. I narrow it down to something. I could need a car, but I want a Mercedes Benz. Becomes specific. So wants are desires for specific satisfaction of deeper needs. So wants are also, a key concept that marketers need to identify with. It is only when you understand in specific terms what people need that you can be able to address and satisfy those needs appropriately to give them full satisfaction and make them identify with your brand, with your product, knowing that has satisfied their needs. And then when they find themselves in similar needs situation, they'll invariably go for your product. And then we'll also look at demand. Because people have unlimited wants and limited resources, demand becomes key. I could want a whole lot of things. I could need food. I want rice and chicken and salad and what have you. But I can only pay for maybe a bottle of Coke. So demand here are wants for specific products that are backed up by the ability and willingness to buy. So I could want all of these things, but I can only pay for some. So that defines my demand. I would also want to say at this point that in as much as this is a recorded class, we are open to ask questions and raise objections. Possibly you could do that via mail. I would address them. Or I will keep making efforts to join the live webinar as soon as I can. Or in the interim, feel free to raise your questions, send it by mail. I will respond to you ASAP. Okay, so let's talk about exchange. Exchange. I could say to exchange. That's to give something in return for another. To give something in return for another. So in the marketing parlance, when we talk about exchange, we are looking at a situation where value is given and value is received. And what that means is that one person is giving value in terms of money, another is giving value in terms of products, goods and services or ideas. So exchange becomes one key concept of marketing. In practical terms, no matter how wonderful a marketer is, the bottom line is how many people have you been able to get to buy this product, or have you been able to patronize our services, or how much have you been able to make? And all of this borders on the ability to effect exchange. No matter how beautiful you design a product, no matter how wonderful it performs, no matter how competitive it's priced, no matter how good distribution channels you use, the bottom line is how many have you been able to sell? And that is where exchange takes a center space. So we will also want to know that for exchange to take place, there are conditions that must be satisfied. First is that there must be at least two parties, each party having something that may be valuable to the other party. So, as I said, one is giving value and another is also giving value. So it's a give and take relationship of value. So, number three, each party is capable of communication and delivery. There is a legal dictum that says, Nemo dat quod non habet. You cannot give what you do not have. So in an exchange relationship, one must have the capacity to give that which is bringing on the table for exchange. You cannot be bargaining with something that is not yours. So if the other party says, okay, bring it on, you begin to give excuses. That's not an exchange relationship, because this particular condition must be satisfied. Number four, each party is free to accept or reject the offer. So there is no coercion, there is no force. It is that each party's own convenience. There is no durex whatsoever. And lastly, each party believes it is appropriate or desirable to deal with the other party. This means that a party in an exchange relationship, must have this feeling that he's getting the best bargain possible at the time. So he's not feeling cheated by the other party. He feels that he's doing the right thing and he's getting the best for what he has to offer. Okay, we'll also look at concepts like the market. To a layman, when we talk about market, we're looking at physical location, where buyers and sellers converge. However, as marketing scholars, when we talk about market, we're talking about people now. And these people are actual and potential buyers. By actual buyers, we mean those that are currently patronizing us. By potential buyers, those that will patronize us in the future. And this constitutes our market. So whenever we talk about market, as far as this discourse goes, we're looking at potential and actual buyers. That people we want to serve, people we are serving, they constitute our market. And also, if we look at a marketer or marketers, unlike what obtains around this part of the world, you could see some adverts, some job openings saying we're looking for marketers. At the end, they are looking for salespersons. Marketers, or the word marketer, is broader than just effecting sales. So a marketer is someone that seeks a resource from someone else and is willing to offer something of value in exchange. So all the processes we've mentioned in the course of defining marketing is done by marketers. Not only the exchange process is proper, from the point of creating a product, from the point of market research, from the point of market analysis, all of these people are considered marketers, because at the end, their aim is to make sure that a proper product the product meets market specification, so that customers are willing to part with their resources for that product. Okay, now let's take another leap forward and look at the history and the evolution of marketing. To understand this history and evolution properly, we'll look at the marketing management philosophies, or the schools of thought that have guided marketing personnel over the years, and have guided business operations as well. The first is the production concept. The production concept or proponents of the production concept believe that once a product is available and affordable, that the market or the customers will buy them. So for them to achieve this availability and affordability, they thought that the best way to do business is to concentrate on production efficiency and distribution efficiency, such that you have low-cost production and also you have wide distribution network to make for availability and affordability. However, as we can see today, some of the things that we find everywhere, a certain class of people don't want them. So that's theory, or that's philosophy, does not hold for all classes of products and for all classes of people. So that being said, other people, other scholars, seeing the default in this school of thought, came up with the product concept. The product concept is hinged on the belief that products with high performance, high features, great innovation would sell best or sell better. So effort was concentrated on ensuring high quality products, high performing products, great innovation in product development. This set of people can be referred to as, being in the class of having the best mousetrap fallacy. Particular man who felt he has made a good mousetrap. Told himself that once he makes a good mousetrap, the whole world will beat a trap to his house. This is the same thing that the product concept proponents felt. And once a product is good, everybody will come looking for it. They forgot to also know that that something is good doesn't mean it is good for me, doesn't mean it's good for Mr. B or C. It could be good on its own, but it may not fit into what we want. So that school of thought also didn't stand the test of time. Now, the third school of thought, the selling concept or the sales concept, came on. It is good to know that the selling concept was introduced at a time just after the Second World War, a period where there was, high recession, there's high economic recession, and people had very little to spend. So, to make business operations successful, these proponents felt that waiting for customers to come and buy will not be fruitful, as it will be good to put in some aggressive marketing strategies, some aggressive selling to make them buy. So instead of waiting for people, you go out to look for them. We could find a lot of organizations still imbibing this culture till date. We could look at some maybe banks that practically recruit people for the purpose of getting customers to open up accounts, to fund those accounts, to take up loans and what have you. That's an aggressive selling concept. Even in our open markets today, you could also find this happening. If you walk through the open markets, you could at times even see some of the sellers there dragging you to come and buy from them. Come and buy from me. Are you not looking for this? Are you not looking for this? Are you looking for this? That's an aggressive selling, because they feel that left alone, you will not come to buy. So they want to add something extra to push you to come buy from them. So we, as individuals, we might have experienced some of this, and it is, to some persons, they find it annoying, they find it irritating. So it is not a one-size-fits-all strategy and may not apply all through. So, and there came in another school of thought, another business philosophy, the marketing concept. Now, if we look at the first three concepts, the production, product, and selling, one thing is similar with them. They were all from the producer's point of view. Nobody thought to understand what the customers want. So the producers came up with something, they offered it to the market. And then more or less tried to make them buy what they think they need. However, the marketing concept now came on board and obviously became the first concept that, took an outside-in approach by trying to understand the customers, what they want, how they want it, where they want it. It is this concept that came up with what we know today as customers being the king. And then in some balance, you can hear that the customer is always right. Just to say that customer is the king. So everything is tailored towards making him or her satisfied. So the marketing concept flows first from understanding the customer, understanding what the customer wants, how he wants it, the form he wants it, and then the organization trying to make products that will meet these customer requirements. As time went by, and also given the development across the globe and the increasing environmental concerns, the need for sustainability, a new philosophy known as societal marketing concept came up. And this concept, in addition to achieving customer satisfaction and achieving organizational goals, adds that it is important that the society is being preserved. As such, it proposes that organizations should take care of the environment where their production process is being done to ensure that the future generation is not threatened. This concept brought into place what we know today as corporate social responsibility, which is an avenue for organizations to support the society, by providing maybe some amenities to the environment where they do business. And then lastly, we also have the customer relationship marketing concept. This concept believes that for successful business, it is important that more than viewing customers more than having a formal relationship with customers, it is important we also try to develop a mutually beneficial relationship, and then therefore making these customers partners, making them more friendly than just business, than just for business purpose. So you could see you have your birthday, your bank sends you an SMS. You could see you have a birthday. Sometimes you could even get a call from your supplier. It is not within the confines of business relationship, but he believes that through this means, a mutually beneficial relationship will be established. And you will see that when this feeling of partnership exists, could have these customers become unpaid salesmen, because you feel you have a stake in the business. You feel the seller or the producer thinks about you and wants to give you the best. So that relationship is subsisted, and it makes for a better business relationship environment. Okay, I think that's all for this study unit, and it would be good you attempt the in-text questions and also the SAQs at the end of the study unit. Thank you very much. As I said earlier, I will be open to receive your questions via email, and I'll also try to join the live webinars as soon as I can. Thank you. Till next time.